Well, I am Michael Underwood. I play drums for a living. That's pretty much it. I'm a professional musician. I play all the time. So it's a good life, you know? I'm part of a ton of bands. To name a few, right now I'm on tour with a band called Steam, with Steve March Torme and Michael Bailey. I play with Kyle Megna and the Monsoons. I play with a band called the Jazz Orgy, tons of others. So whoever needs a drummer, I'm kind of there. Well, Heid music has been around since I moved to Oshkosh, is where I live. And you know, for a music store to cater to someone like me who's so specific about what I play and what I need, they've always been really, really cool about making sure that they have my stuff in stock. It's, you know, I play such weird heads and such weird sticks and things like that. And it's so nice. I went to college with a lot of people that work for Heids now, so I've got all their phone numbers. So I can call somebody. I've been working with Kristen in Oshkosh for forever, and Ryan Thomas is working there. So I can just call them and be like, hey, do you have these heads in stock? I can pop over right now, it's an emergency, and they're all really quick to act. The other thing is, I do a lot of concerts around here, and I've been able to play with a lot of really cool bands for the Heid Music Concert Series. And it's such a cool thing for the community, you know, not only for local bands to kind of get out there and be seen on this giant stage with all these lights and this really cool thing, but it's a cool thing for the community. The other thing is, I'm the vice president for the Oshkosh Jazz Festival, along with Aaron Boehm, who's the president, and they every year have donated a piano for us to use for the Jazz Festival, which is not a small gesture. You know, it's a really big deal for a jazz festival to have a grand piano there on our stage, and having these rock stars, you know, jazz stars, I should say, playing a real piano. It's really, really cool, and it's so generous of them every year. So many. I've had such a lucky career and life, starting with my dad running around the basement, playing guitar with me and jamming, you know. When I was just a little boy, I started musical theater and as an actor, and then kind of switched to the pit band. And there was this guy named Paul Zuckerman, and he was calling me for musical theater gigs and all this stuff when I was just, you know, 12, 13, 14 years old. And then I worked my way up through the symphonies and went to college for it. And now I was lucky enough to play with like Steve March Torme, who's an incredible performer, incredible singer, you know, and obviously there's a ton of other people I'm crazy grateful to be able to work with, and I've been very lucky, yeah. And unfortunately, some of those experiences are not good. You know what I mean? Most of the experiences are when I don't do well on a gig, or when I don't feel great, or you know what I mean? And that's unfortunately what shapes a musician, is if they can kind of come off of a performance that they didn't do well on and take that into making themselves a better musician, you know? So I won't go into details, but I've had some horrible gigs and some horrible things that I just didn't play well on, and it really made me go home and say, I need to get it together, I need to practice more, I need to figure this out. So after that happened, I got to do these great gigs, you know? Last year I went to Dubai to represent the United States in the World Expo. So I was playing with a man named Landau Murphy, who won America's Got Talent in 2011, I think. I've got to do a lot of really cool travel. I was just in Montana with Steve March Torme. I just came back from a recording session in Portland a couple days ago where I got to record with Diana Ross's band. So yeah, a lot of really, really cool things that I'm very lucky to have gotten. You know what? I don't have a musical preference, and that's amazing because it makes it really easy for me to learn. I play jazz a lot, and I love jazz. I love musical theater, but I also play rock. I've played with, you know, obviously Kyle Megna and the Monsoons. I played with the Cool Waters band. I played with the Presidents, you know, and that's a cover band. But I like country, you know, I like getting out and mowing the lawn and putting on some country music, you know what I mean? So it really is nice to not have a musical preference, and if it's good, it's good. And if it's bad, it's bad. You know what I mean? Well, you know, I really appreciate Heid Music being here and being a part of a community in general, which is a really, really important thing. It would be really easy to just say, we're a music store and come get your stuff here. But they really reach out and they make things happen. They do some really, really nice things for everyone. So thank you to Heid Music.